Okay. The dog was going nuts. I accomplished a couple of things. I still couldn't get the TikTok thing to work. I don't know what to do with that. I don't need to sell on TikTok. I got my web link there, so forget about it. It's not big on my list of priorities. So I done came back upstairs and sat on the side of my bed, but not in a defeated way. I'm still, you know, active. I got some things to take care of. So I'm not, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm good. Um, I wanted to say a word about learning. Some kids with ADHD have issues with learning, but it's mostly about the way that learning is prescribed these days. Like the way they want to teach the kids. You, I've seen it and I've heard it for years and years and years, over and over and over in different ways. But one day it just hit me, the saying that you can't teach a fish to climb a tree. It went right over my head many, many times. But one day I looked at it and I was like, you know what? That is so true. These educational professionals want to teach all the kids one way. Right now it's political. The whole Common Core and that whole strategy they're using. I don't know why politics got to have such a high place in education and making the rules for how the kids learn, but they do. And it's just not working for us. I would like to be able to afford a special school or a special tutor who can, for real, I would like to be able to homeschool my kid, not me, myself. But I would like to have that provision in place so that I can have him homeschooled by somebody with patience and some mental health training, some behavioral history, scientific type training who can help him in all of the facets of his disability. And now I want to put another pause right here because when I say my son has a disability, it's not just ADHD that he has. That's not the disability I'm talking about, even though that's a really, really complicated thing going on internally. He has a learning disability. So he has a processing disorder, which does not allow for him to absorb information and process it and put it in the right places so that he can use it. You know what I'm saying? He can't process information that is presented to him in certain ways. So we have to use a combination of hearing and visual at the same time. So it's reinforcing what he's taking. Even then, he's not going to get it right away. So repetition is important. But again, the genetic thing he has, it's multi layers. But he has a brilliant mind. Like there are things that I have never told him, that I have never had a conversation with him about, that he has picked up on his own. So I don't even know his learning style per se, but he can learn, just not the way they try to teach him. The way they try to teach him, he don't take in none of the information for real. And when he comes back and does his homework or puts his hands on it the way he wants to, he can get through it with the tools that they're supposed to put in place for him. He can get through it, but he learns on his own. Technological stuff, he can, like, what? You know how these new babies come out learning how to use tablets and phones and stuff. You ain't gotta show them nothing, and they be doing similar to that. Anything that has to do with technology, anything that has to do with research, he will find it. He will find out how to use it, how to make it work, what he can do with it, and then he gonna take it and make a whole product on his own. I don't know how he learns. I don't know how to reach that piece, but I allow him to find it on his own and use it in his own way. So while I could fuss about some of the lyrics in the music that he's using, I ain't. Go ahead, do your process. Because he comes up with some good products when he's using his process. I don't know what it is, how I go. I'm stay out the way of my business, but he can learn. He can 1000%, and he's a strategist. He has figured out how to do everything he wanted to do, and he does it. And sometimes he get away with it. So the boy ain't dumb. He got some stuff going on. We just don't know the combination. One day I hope he can be old enough and mature enough and have understood enough about his thing where he can break it down for me and tell me what it is and how it works. I'm gonna let it go for now. I'm just okay that he can learn. But yeah, that's the height of my anxiety. Dealing with disability and ADHD. That impulse control piece, good Lord. Literally can't stop himself from doing nothing. Pleasure is an absolute motivator all the time. It's like an addiction with him. Anything he likes, anything that gave him any kind of pleasure, he gonna want to do it over and over and over and over and over again. And you can't tell him no. He gonna find a way to get it. He likes money. He likes technology. He likes sports. He likes food. He steals food. I find wrappers and glass jars and bottles and cups and all kinds of stuff in his room, plates. He steals food. Impulse control. Don't have none. That's why the therapy at the school and, the other independent therapy that he's supposed to have is so important. He has to talk through that stuff. And they have to help him, hone it, bring it down, tighten it up. Yeah. So yeah, that's why my little white and gray hairs keep coming back. But yeah, like I said, I got a color solution that's gonna blend in with them, and they're not gonna be that noticeable until the colors start to grow out and my dark roots show again. All that contrast gonna make these grays bang. I'm gonna just lighten all that up. Watch, hold tight. But anyway, meanwhile, am I afraid to die? That's an unfinished business. I have a 21-year-old black son in America. Always a stressor. You could probably envision some of my worst fears for that guy. He's smart, he's tall, he's black. So I fear any interaction with the police. He's going to ask questions. And on any given day, depending on the situation, I don't know if he's going to remember in the moment what I told him he's supposed to do in the moment. Because he's going to be mad. So I just pray they just don't even see him. Just keep on moving. So that I lose sleep over that some nights. I don't see him enough, so I never know what he's doing. Gotta worry about that. I shouldn't, but how can I not? I got a 27-year-old daughter who's a single mother. She's alright. That's my strongest soldier right there. She can do anything she want to do. She will find a way. She will do some questionable things. We laugh all the time. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all this one story. I ain't gonna let this go on forever, but it was raining one time. She was coming home from the metro. It was a walk from the train station. But yeah. She found a bike on the ground. It wasn't locked up. It was just there at the metro. I don't know why I was there. She said it was a blessing. So she took the bike, she rode it home in the rain. She got here faster. And then when she got there, she just dropped it and left it on the ground for anybody else to pick up because it wasn't hers. It had served its purpose. But yeah, that girl is resourceful. She'll find a way. Except when she want to lean and ask for people's favors and help. And can you do this for me? Why not? What do you mean no? She's that kind of guy. So, yeah. Dude. So yeah, she'll be alright regardless. She need help with that baby. I'm sorry, the 4-year-old child. She needs help with him often. It's a lot. I don't wanted. I shouldn't say that. I'm not opposed to being the grandmother, but these new grandmas be like traveling and gone all the time, and they see kids when they want to see them. How we get back to this old day stuff where you just bring your kid to grandma when you got to go to work and they spend the night and stuff? I don't know how we got back to that. I'm not a back in the day, traditional type. I'm a little more modern. I'd rather be doing other things, but for his sake, I do what I gotta do, and I'm not always quiet about it. Though. I fuss a lot. Speaking of fussing, you're not supposed to yell at the ADHD kids. You're not. They already have an anxiety and things. Let me tell you, I was looking at some of the stuff about the medications. There's a list of medications that they could take, and I was like leaning toward maybe trying something so that he could at least make it through the school day, without being overwhelmed. Because look, you get up, you go to school all day, you come home, you do homework, you got to make up assignments that you missed, you got to talk about why you're not doing your job in school and this and that and the other. And you might get a couple of hours apiece afterwards, but not really, because there's other things you got to do. And then you're looking around at the room that's in disorder. It's just so much that goes on through their minds all day. You ever seen one of those? Whenever you talk about and anything in conjunction with ADHD, they have this little illustration. It's like Flight of the Bumblebee or something, but they have these two circles, and on one circle you got all the black scribble marks, all the circles, just crazy scratch going on. That's supposed to be like inside the ADHD person in their hyperactivity. And then there's another circle beside it where it's just a little bit of markings that's supposed to be after they've gotten the medication or whatever they need to help them with the ADHD, right? I think it's just the sales stuff that I'm not really interested in, but I haven't looked at the science behind it, so don't quote me. It's just they got a lot going on in there. They don't always understand it. Neither do you. But you gotta deal with it the best you can. So yeah, I'm dealing with that. I'm dealing with the 21-year-old black man. And that black man has his own challenges because, Lord, we can't even go into that story. That's going to be another 2 hours. But yes, I fear unfinished business. Like, who's going to look out for him? Who's going to, talk him through his, oh my God, this is what they said to me. Why don't people understand? Who's going to help him with, navigating the world, being one of us, and not losing your mind or getting locked up for fighting somebody all the time. It's tough being us, I ain't lying. But he calls me all the time now, and I'm amazed that these adults be listening. They call me for advice, and they actually listen to me now. They ain't want to hear when they was here. When they lived here, they ain't want to hear. I'm amazed, but yeah, unfinished business. Who's going to help that girl make sure my grandson is okay? Who's going to make sure don't nobody just look my son off? And he's not very assertive in some areas, so he's not really self-motivated to go out and do things. Like, he doesn't have ambition like me. He has ideas, but I think he fears trying to implement his ideas, because what if he fails? But they need me, so I can't die yet. I hope that's how I go. We're gonna keep praying on that. But yeah, other than that, physically, I gotta go someday, so I'm not gonna dread what day it's gonna be, except my unfinished business. So who's gonna pick up the torch when I'm gone? No one. They're gonna be lost. I fully believe that. So I have purpose here. And I don't know what the purpose of this was for you in your life and what pieces you can use. And, whether I talked to you too long or not, I'm sorry. I just thought maybe somebody could pick up certain pieces and take them and use them. And it helped me. So thank you for being with me. Yeah, it's been a good talk. It's been a good day. Now I'm going to go get my grandbaby in a little while, and I'm going to be annoyed because all he want to do is talk and touch me. And It's been a tough kind of several days, so I'm not really feeling that. Matter of fact, I think I'll just wait till the last possible second to pick them up. I got till 6:30. Yeah, I'm gonna take a minute before all of them come back. Whoo, child, get my moment. Okay, you have a great evening. Thank you for being here with me. Have a good day.